Hi, it's Miss Claywell here. Today we are talking about what it means to solve quadratics by factoring. So let's just first take a second to talk about what is solve or solution. So solving or solution is a statement that makes, or an x and y value that makes an equation true. Sorry, I'm trying to get back to my cursor. There we go. So we're going to keep that in mind that we're trying to find the x and y value that would make a statement true. So as we start this is what a note should look like. So we talked about what a solution is. A quadratic equation, when we graph it, makes a shape called a parabola. The curve where the curve has x-intercepts, these are called its zeros. We can find the zeros by factoring. So we're saying this is the point 1, 0. This is the point 3, 0. So we're saying if you input a 1, you get out a 0. If you input a 3, you get out a 0. So that's a solution. So remember, if a is greater than 1, the graph opens up like a cup. If a is less than 1, opens down. And if you need to remember, it's ax squared plus bx plus c. So a is a number in the front. So zeros are the x values that make the y equal 0. So they're also our intercepts. The zero product property tells us that when we have two things multiplied together to make 0, either or both of them must equal 0. So here, x equals 0 or y equals 0. Because if x equals 0, regardless of what y equals, the output would still be 0, and regardless what y equals, or regardless of x equals, if y equals 0, the output would still be 0. So this is not on your whiteboard, or this is not in your notes, but if we take a second to look at this, either one of these factors can equal 0. So the two a values that would make this equation equal 0 are -2 and -1. So now back to our notes. So the first thing you want to do is you want to put the quadratic in standard form. Then you want to factor the equation. And then you want to use the zero product property to find the zeros. So this in standard form would be x squared plus 2x minus 8 equals 0. A times c equals -8. But adds to my b of 2. +4 and -2. So I'm going to rewrite this as x squared plus 4x minus 2x minus 8 equals 0. Pass that, or pull out an x. And my matching and my leftovers. So my zeros would be negative 4, 0, and 2, 0. So we can also use these to solve or roughly sketch them. So let's get this in standard form. A times C equals negative 6. Adds to B of 8. I made a mistake. I need to do A times C is negative 12. That would be a positive. So this is 6 and 2. Now I can factor out a 2x from this first part. So here are my 2 zeros. This opens up. So those are the points that make it equal 0. And then it's opening up. You can get this in standard form. This should be 36. Then I'm going to do my matching. So I'm doing the same thing as I did on the slide above. So here are zeros. If I input a 2, I get out a 0. If I input a 4.5, I get out a 0. This one's opening down because my A is negative 2. So it goes through those 2 points and opens down. The last thing we're going to do is we know the area is 234 square feet of this rectangle, and the length and the width are shown there. Find the dimensions. So I know area equals length times width. Area is my 234. Length is x plus 3. My width is x plus 8. I'm going to try to get this in standard form. My b is actually positive 11. So I'm going to do positive 21 and negative 10. So if we think about this, x can either equal 10 or x should equal negative 21. X equaling negative 21 does not make sense, because I can't really have negative area. So because of that, I know my x is equal to 10. So this is 13. And this is 18. Come to class with questions. Thanks.